Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. Welcome to your Tarovideoscope for March 2018 by Amma. So as I stated, the recording will be for the rising sign, moon sign, and sun sign of Cancer. If at a particular month your sun sign doesn't make sense to you, please make sure that you listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign. This will be a general prediction for your sign. If you like to know more, I will also be uploading a whole new video for your sign for download and purchase through vimeo.com. And if you are interested, the link to the extended new reading for your sign is going to be right down here below in the show more description box. If you'd like to have your very own private consultation with me, please email me at ammalightworker@gmail.com. You may also visit my website, ammalightworker.com. For this reading today, you'll be using 3 cards from the traditional tarot deck. For the extended version, for the whole new reading that I'm going to be doing for you, I'm going to be using 2 more cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. If you are new, welcome. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. Always remember, next to the subscribe button, somewhere down here, you're going to see next to it a little bell icon. That's your notification button, and you get to decide how many times you like to be notified each and every time that I upload special videos. So now allow me to get the general feelings that I keep picking up for you, Cancer, for this month. I keep getting, for some of you, great times of trouble, but also a great time of transformation, because I keep getting some sort of a breakthrough. For some of you, you could be doing some sort of a move that may not necessarily go smooth, but I also keep getting the direction as to where you thought you were going. That could be changing. Some of your plans could be changing in the light of some important news or in the light of some important information that to you is going to feel like is coming out of nowhere to change the direction as to where you were going for the better, and definitely some sort of a breakthrough in communication with someone. Maybe it's about to clarify a situation. Now allow me, to break it down one by one. So the first card that you have is the Tower. Always remember, I'm the messenger. I don't really like this card for you. However, let me see what messages are going to show up through this card. So the meaning of the card is sudden, unexpected changes. This could be a change of a home, moving, unexpected events, devastating conditions, financial problems, separation, divorce, conflict, loss of faith. So that's the meaning of the card. Now, allow me to tune in so I can figure out specifically why is it that this card showed up and what are they trying to tell me with this card. For some of you, I keep getting that if you are already prepared to move out and if you were already looking for a new apartment, for a new home, you may actually find a new home or a new apartment. You just have to go over some old contracts or some old agreements. Now, these agreements may not necessarily have to be like written agreements. Maybe some sort of a verbal agreement that you had with somebody else around some living arrangements. But I also keep getting that if suddenly, out of nowhere, you get the idea or the desire to move, you really need to hold your horses. If it's not necessary for you to move, I keep getting, for those of you Cancerians who suddenly get the urge to move, and you don't really have to move, I keep getting that rethink about that, you don't have to necessarily move. If you move all of a sudden or without proper preparation, I keep getting that there's going to be some regret and there's also going to be some financial loss in the process. Rethinking of a strategy. I keep getting that for some of you, I keep getting that maybe some time ago you came up with this idea or you came up with this strategy. They could be talking for some of you about a strategy, how to approach your partner in your marriage, how to approach somebody else with whom you are romantically linked. And now you're going to find yourself that you could be going very deep or deeper into some problems that on the surface they seem to be fine. You're going to find some cracks in the relationship. You're going to find, for some of you, you may also have to deal with some financial problems that could affect the relationship or the marriage. However, I also keep getting that whatever this crack is that you are going to discover, that is affecting your marriage, whether it is emotional, financial. I also keep getting that you are also going to realize that this is something temporary. It's not going in the long term, in the long run, really affect the relationship. Please be careful with how you express yourself. You may find yourself, and maybe you already did, okay? This could be like some sort of a comeback in to the same circumstance where you feel that your words are twisted, people maybe are misunderstanding you. You could be running into your own communication problems with people. Maybe whatever they're saying, okay, you are misinterpreting that in your mind. So for some of you, that could create some misunderstandings that will need to sort out. You need to get some clarity as the month progresses. You may have to deal with some sort of an emergency that at the very end could turn out to be nothing. Could turn out to be like a fake emergency. Maybe you thought it was an emergency, but at the end, maybe it wasn't a big deal. Maybe it wasn't an emergency. You may find yourself like hearing the alarm, like the fire alarm, everybody needs to get out, and maybe it's going to turn out to be nothing really for you to worry. So you could be having also dealing with some energies that are making you feel a little tense or are making you feel like, should I be anxious about this? And I keep getting, as you are approaching the end of March, you're going to realize that it wasn't a big deal. So that emergency maybe turned out to be not so big, or even nothing at all. I also keep getting that for some of you, in March is going to be an important month of two things happening here. For some of you, you are really going to act by filing some sort of application, documentation, legal proceedings, either to legally separate or legally divorce, provided that that situation kept coming up between the two of you as a couple in your marriage a long time ago. So you're not going to suddenly find yourself separated or divorced. But this could also be in regards to somebody else with whom you could be emotionally linked or financially linked, a business partner, some other business endeavor that you are involved. There could be some situation where you're going to sense danger, and maybe it's required of you to pull your money out of this deal immediately in order for you to save to save the rest. So you may be losing some to save the rest of it. So prepare to have some losses. I also keep getting that emotionally and spiritually speaking, many of you are going to go through some sort of either an emotional crisis and then this big emotional healing, this big emotional release. You may also have to, you could be doing some sort of a traveling, some sort of a, maybe for some of you, spiritual retreat, or you could be simply traveling into some new places, but you're going to feel as you are visiting your places that some sort of an energy is shifting around you in a big way, freeing you. You're going to be left with some sort of a sense of emotional freedom at a deeper level, and that's going to be very significant for you. So you could be having some interactions that are going to be very emotional, or even a spiritual events, spiritual phenomena, conversations about spirituality that are really going to shed a light on your destiny, your purpose, your vision for the future. Oops, the card flew away. Okay. The next card that you have is the Ace of Swords. To me, it means a sudden breakthrough, sudden unexpected changes. This is the second card that you have to deal with sudden unexpected events. It also means new awareness. Sometimes this is some sort of a breakthrough. Okay, and once this breakthrough happens, that could be the beginning of your road to success. So now allow me to figure out, what does this mean? For some of you, I keep getting that a sudden opportunity could be showing up for you, and as a result, you will start to attract and to make better money. It does feel that is related to work, or it could be related to a business that you may have, or it could also be related to some sort of a business idea. I keep getting that these ideas could be, maybe you already thought of something and now you could be thinking a little bit deeper. There's some sort of investment going around you. You may decide to finance your own idea. You may be in a situation where maybe you applied for something, for some money, finances, for a loan, and maybe you're going to receive some news that you are approved to receive some money. Thus, that's going to be a big breakthrough for you. I also keep getting that many of you will stop thinking about stuff, and now you will start to do. You're going to be doing direct communication, okay? You're going to be doing a lot of direct action. There's going to be someone who, I don't know what this person is going to tell you, but just their presence around you, or whatever they will tell you, to you is going to feel like you may be feeling a little bit hurt. Their words are going to be like a sword for you. For other ones, this could be somebody else that is simply showing up in your life to give you some guidance, okay? And they're going to tell you the good and the bad. They're going to keep you grounded. They're going to give you some reality check. I also keep getting somebody from your past suddenly reappearing in your life. For some of you, this could be someone that in some ways, emotionally, they did have a lot of emotional power over you. Maybe they emotionally abused you. Maybe this could be a co-worker, an ex-boss. This could be something that is related to a work situation. I don't know in what circumstance this person is coming back in your life, because after all, this is a general reading. But I keep getting, you may need to confront your emotional fears, and you need to get your inner power back from this person. I also keep getting that if very recently you had some sort of a miscommunication, a fight, a conflict with somebody else, maybe you had some sort of a falling out. This could be somebody that you recently met and you were trying to date, or a brand new relationship. This could be someone else that you recently met. Maybe there was some sort of a conflict, confusion, a fight. But for whatever reason, I keep getting that toward March and April, this person may come back to you. So if this doesn't happen in March, this could be happening in April. So for some of you, as I said, this could be an ex, but mostly they are talking about relationships that are very recent, an ex of a very recent relationship. I keep getting that you are going to be put on stage in some ways. You're going to be feeling at the center of attention. You maybe in some circumstance related to your work, where you're going to feel like now you are the one taking center stage. If you are a performer, you could find yourself performing in very important events, doing important things with your career that maybe not right now, you may not see them as a breakthrough, but later on you're going to understand that everything started to shift in a positive way for you because of this performance that you may be asked to do. This could also be about writing, publishing. If you are stuck, if you are trying to work out some details, you may find yourself untangling. So if for some reason you were tangled, okay, they are showing me like untangling of your self. You may end up at some point having to sign some sort of a contract, some sort of an agreement. You may find yourself redoing a website, redoing. So if you had a strategy, now you're going to be having a new strategy, a new plan of action, and this could be about anything. And so you have to redo a lot of stuff. You may do a lot of redoing and rethinking in March. The next card that you have is the wheel. And to me, it means the karmic wheel of your fortune changes in a positive direction, changes for the better. So the direction and the course as to where you thought you were going, that could be changing for the better. Again, even through this card, it means sudden unexpected development. That is the third time that you get the same message for different cards. Sudden unexpected changes, sudden unexpected development. Sometimes this card, it also means some sort of a conflict of interest, but it also means important news and important information that as a result, it could be changing and it could be altering your course for the better. Now, allow me to figure out what does this mean for you. If you were single, I keep getting that suddenly you're just going to find yourself very wanted. Maybe you could be trying online dating, and maybe you're going to be receiving like a lot of people clicking on your profile, a lot of messages. You could be finding yourself into some sort of a meeting, a conferencing, networking event, when again you're going to be feeling like you are at the center of things, you are at the center of attention, because for some of you, being at the center of attention again is connected to your job, to your work. For some of you, I also keep getting some sort of a job offer, and it does feel like this could be two companies fighting for you, this could be two people who want to hire you, but definitely I keep getting that if you were looking for a job options are not going to be short for you in March, because I keep getting all these interviews, job interviews lining up for you. I also keep getting that this could be, they are showing me books, and they are showing me courses and classes, workshops. There seems to be some sort of a success, especially if you have to take an important test, some sort of an important examination. You could be in the process of selecting maybe courses for the next semester, or maybe you didn't plan so before, but you could be thinking and thinking more and more maybe about your higher education. Maybe there's going to be some opportunity opening up for you, and you may decide to further your education. You may have to deal, maybe in the past, maybe you had to deal with some misinformation, okay, or someone that in some ways tried to lie, cheat, or deceive you, because it's still related to the Tower. And now I keep getting that you may find out some information to prove that they indeed did lie, cheat, or they tried to deceive you. Now, for some of you in March, you are also going to be able to restore your reputation. If in the past your reputation was put online in some ways, please be careful here, because you may also be in some situations where maybe other people are angry and they could flip like with very little stimulus. So if you have anybody angry around you, or anybody who is trying to, for some reason really bad, to start a fight, try to avoid that situation. For some of you, I see you walking out of a situation, and it does feel that whatever this situation is that you're going to walk out, because this is not coming as a figure of speech. I really see you grabbing something or packing and then walking out. It does feel like you're going to get your power back. You may be walking out on these people, these situations that are people that are trying to deceive you, or people that are negative around you. You may just decide, you know what, I had enough of it. You may just walk out and, limit your communication with these people, or choosing not to have anything to do with that circumstance. I also keep getting important information, important news. Could also be like an envelope that you could be receiving either from an embassy, from an immigration office, or either from an attorney's office, or something that has to deal with the legal judicial system. And it does feel like, for many of you, maybe you were waiting and maybe you were praying for this envelope to finally get to you. Pay attention to your dreams, because I keep getting that in many ways you Cancerians are going to connect with your higher self. It feels like the spirit may be trying to show you the way, to guide the way for you, and you may be receiving some important information through your own dreams. But I also keep getting that if you felt that whatever your biggest fear was suddenly is happening, you are also going to realize that your biggest fear may turn out to be not a fear at all. Maybe when that happens, you're going to realize that it wasn't as big of a deal as you made it in your mind. I keep getting that for some of you, there's going to be some success involving your career. So if you are looking for a job, you may find a job. And as I said, interviews will start to line up for you. So you could be having more than just one job interview. This is not, you may not necessarily get a promotion or a raise in March. That could be coming for you maybe towards May, June, or July. But I also keep getting that you are going to put yourself in situations that later on, these are the situations that, or the projects that you need to be working on, so that you can have that promotion later on. For some of you, you may be dealing with a very important client. Your past could be trying to catch up with you. So if there was anything in your past that maybe you needed to dig deeper, maybe at a mental level, maybe at an emotional level, maybe things of the past that you never had a chance to finish up and you absolutely need to start doing them and finish up, you're going to have a chance in March to kind of catch up with all of this maybe work that you feel that you are running a little bit behind. I also keep getting, for some of you, I keep getting some important news. Seems to be like some good news in regards to taxes, IRS, and debt. So there's going to be some important new development. They seem to carry some sort of a good news, good vibration around debts that you may have, and around taxes and IRS. And I also keep getting, maybe not right now, but whatever is going to happen in March, energetically is going to set the tone for some of you to be receiving some form of an inheritance. And for some reason, they are showing me an inheritance and a grandmother figure for some of you. Obviously, that is not going to make sense to all of you, but for some of you, sometime later this year, you may have to deal with some form of an inheritance coming to you. I hope that this made sense to you, Cancerian. Please leave me a message down here below. And if you'd like to know more, I'm going to open 2 more cards and I'm going to do a whole new reading for you. The link for that, if you are interested for download and purchase, will be right down here below in the show more description box. Always remember to stay tuned in my channel because I'm also going to do a live Akashic reading for you toward mid-month. So mid-month, tune in, turn on the notification button, that will notify you. So this way, you get to watch me live, and I'm going to do your Akashic reading for the mid-month of March live. If you'd like to contact me for a private reading, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website, amalightworker.com. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And remember, I love you for watching.